What's up, loves? Welcome to That's Dope. Come on in, folks. I am so excited to talk to you guys tonight. I hope everyone is getting ready for their 4th of July, fixing up their backyards, chilling, maxing, relaxing. Because I know I am, that's for sure. I have come back from vacation and I'm like on 1,000. So I'm that person that's like real happy right now. But like I'm sure like 2 weeks when like vacation Zaida wears off, I'm going to be right back to being grumpy. So just allow me to live in this moment for a little while. And don't fuck my vibe up. What's up to everybody joining? Welcome to That's Dope. Today, I just wanted to kind of come back and recap my vacation. If you guys were able to kind of check out any of the content that I was throwing up. I was throwing up a lot of content to kind of just capture the beauty of Morocco. Because it's such a beautiful place and I don't think that people give it enough justice. Welcome to everybody coming on. I'm so excited. Sama, what's good? Nancy, what's up? Jazz, what's up, my love? And I seen someone else in here. I think that's Jenny. What's up, Jenny? What's up, everybody? What's good, Sama? Islam more. That's an inside joke. So welcome to everybody that's joining. Like I said, this is my segment That's Dope. It's my first day back from vacay, so I am extra hyped. I'm not drinking tonight. I will be drinking water because I swear, guys, I lost like 15 pounds on the trip because I was doing so much walking, and I'm pointing to my husband, he made me do all that walking. It was like, he was like the fucking sergeant and I was like his soldier. And it was like, we're walking, you're not complaining, and we're going to do this. So what's up, Man Cave? Dope. What's going on? How you doing? So today I'm going to talk about all things Morocco. We're going to dive in. If you guys have any questions, specific questions, I'm not a private person. I could talk money if y'all ready to talk money. I have no problem sharing how much I spent on trips because I think it's important that we all network, we all get information. A lot of people like to be shady and hide information. I don't do that. If anybody who knows me and fucks with me knows that I'm someone who is open to tell you every gem that I know, because it's important. That's how we elevate as a community. And why would you want to withhold information? Somebody who does stuff like that is just a shady individual, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But today we're going to be talking all things Morocco. So to start off my trip, I had the worst experience. Traveling during COVID is a whole nother thing now. And I really don't want to just harp on this too much because I feel like the trip was so amazing that I don't just want to harp on the whole bad experience of it. But I did have a bad experience while traveling due to COVID. And the reason was because there was like a lapse in the days. Like there's a time difference from here to Paris. So the time difference basically null and voided like the actual COVID test. So they didn't accept it. We spent a whole day in the airport there, miserable, upset, because someone actually told us that it was valid and then they made a mistake, and it was a whole big shit fest. But to say the least, we finally got to Morocco and we had the experience of a lifetime. So a lot of people tend to first think that Morocco is in the Middle East. For anybody who is not a historian and not really into geography, it is not, although it may be portrayed as that because it is an Islamic country, but they do embrace all religions there. They have Judaism and they have Catholicism, so you can go to Catholic churches there. You can go to mosque, so you can get a flavor of all things. So for everybody who does not understand, Morocco is not in the Middle East. Morocco is in North Africa. So that's gem number one. For everybody who thinks of, you know, they think they see Islamic people and they automatically assume that that's like it's in the Middle East. Morocco is not in the Middle East. It is in North Africa. That's fact number one. So, yes, Moroccan people are African people. So, yes, and let me tell you something in Africa. And well, in Morocco, a big term that's used, and that was showed to us by our best friend. We met a best friend out there. His name is Muhammed. He's 11 years old. He is the only hustler you will ever meet. We were out in the streets. He caught us, and he caught us by saying one thing. You say two things to people in New York, and you automatically got their respect, and you're automatically gonna fuck with them. He said, "Yo, bro." That's all he had to say to me and Sean. And we were like, who the fuck said yo, bro? And it's this a little 11-year-old boy bringing us over to his shop. And, you know, trying to get us to buy stuff with his family store. And that relationship just kind of evolved. And so this little guy who spoke completely great English became our interpreter. He became our friend. He became so many things. And it got to the point where when we left, there was actually tears because we didn't want to leave our friend Muhammad. And we told him that this is not goodbye forever. It's like, see you later. Because let me tell you something. I think when I was creating my content out there, a lot of you guys were like, oh, you went back, right? Because I did go to Morocco, my husband and I, for our 10-year wedding anniversary. And I think it was right before COVID, like literally the summer before COVID, we were out there. And so we went as a couple and we experienced Morocco and we had an amazing time. But this time around, we were like, we wanted to bring the kids because we were like, yo, it's so important for them to kind of see Africa. You know, it's important for them to kind of get that experience because let me tell you something, like, school and all that shit, yeah, that's dope, but that does not your kids' experiences are more important than just schoolwork. Because let me tell you, your kids are going to learn from other cultures. When they see other things, it's going to make them more appreciative. And that's exactly what I wanted. So my friend Muhammad and his amazing father named Hassan invited my husband and I over for dinner. And I'm not going to lie, my husband was super nervous about the dinner. And let me tell you why. So he was nervous because my kids are super picky when it comes to food. And I was about to say super entitled, but they're not entitled. It's just they're used to certain amenities. And we don't understand the amenities that we're used to until we're not around those amenities. And your kids are like, okay, well, where's the Wi-Fi? Why is the Wi-Fi working? My iPad is slow. It keeps lagging. And you're like, yo, we're in fucking Africa, bro. Go look at a fucking camel. That shit is fucking cool. That's your fucking geographical TV, YouTube right there in your front lawn, you know? So this is when the drummy parent shit comes into play because we are hysterical parents. I'm telling you, we talk like this in real life. There is no fucking filter. Yes, I curse. I am a mother who curses and I'm fucking cool. Okay? So that was the type of shit that we were worried was going to carry over to the dinner because we knew this family was most likely, you know, less fortunate. So we go into this riad, and what a riad is in Marrakesh is their souks. So think about going into, like, if you've ever been to like a festival, right? If you've ever been to a festival, think about a festival for like blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. No cars, nothing. So you're kind of just going through. And people live in these brownstones. People live in these little nooks and crannies. And then you go in and there's something amazing. Like think about the brownstones in Harlem. Like how beautiful those are. But from outside you're like, ah. But once you go in, you're like, oh, that shit is fly. The shit is like the Huxtables with the shit. That's what it is in Morocco. It's the same type of thing, but with a beachy, cool vibe. So you go in, like we literally, our hotel was situated in the souks. So you'll see in some of the content, we're like walking through and there's like mopeds riding right past us because we're in the grind, y'all. It's like the souks. The souks is like the festival. So you in it. So exactly. So it's like, yo, first of all, we learned something that is so funny. And I think I'm going to get my husband in here to kind of say it because I'm going to fuck it up. So we instantly realized that if you don't stay right, you're going to get hit by a bike. So we started teaching our kids a song. We was like, yo, stay to the right or get hit by a bike, right? So it was so funny that our friend Muhammed understood that we understood that, and he taught us, or he taught my husband it in Arabic. So we started saying it to like the locals when we be walking down the street. You know, my husband will say it, and they would all start dying because they're like, yo, how do you know that? And it's just because we pick up on shit, right? So, you know, we Sean, what is it?
Tak tak, Rama clock.
Tak tak, Rama clock. So basically that means stay your ass to the right or get hit by a bike. Because y'all, there is mopeds like right by you and they do not stop. Okay? You know how in New York you be crossing the street like, yeah, I wish this nigga would hit me. No, motherfucker. In Morocco, them niggas will hit you. Actually, Sean got hit by a moped.
That's how I learned it.
And Sean learned that the next time he had a little bruised arm, but I bet you your ass knew to stay to the right.
Yeah.
Or get hit by a bike.
Yeah.
So, we definitely picked up on the culture really quickly. Because that's how we are. So, like I said, we made this amazing connection. And a lot of people are like, oh, you know, you went back. And a lot of people are so concerned when it comes to traveling to the amount of different places that you can see, right? But for me, traveling is more about quality. Because I do not want to spend money and travel to a place just because it's exotic to be miserable there. And what I mean by miserable is that I quickly found out that Parisian people are not the nicest people, and no disrespect to anybody on this live who is Parisian. I'm just saying in my own experience, I realized that a lot of Parisians do not like Americans. So I do not want to travel to a place where I feel like I'm going to be uncomfortable. Everything is going to be a little like I can't be there. And let me tell you one thing about Moroccan people is that they are so loving. They are so helpful. They are hustlers though. So they gonna try to sell you some shit, but they are the most loving people. And when you do buy from them, they treat you with such dignity and respect because they understand that you are supporting their family. And so that's what happened when we met Muhammad. When we met Muhammad and he brought a sale over to his family, it just became like we instantly became friends with their family. They invited us over for dinner. And yeah, my husband was a little anxious because he felt like my kids was going to be a little bougie. So, and I can't help it. You know, my daughter had the most horrible time in the beginning because she is not accustomed to the certain foods out there. So it was kind of difficult for her to break out of her shell. But nonetheless, she understood that if she don't eat something, she's going to starve. So she started to get with the game. So that was cool. But when we ended up going there, it was the most amazing thing because my husband and I only went dolo. Because Sean was like super anxious about it. And I was like, all right, well, fuck it. Then we don't got to bring the kids. Like Nazir can hold down the fort. And so sure enough, we got there and the kids were like looking at me saying like, where are your kids? Like I wanted to play. And I FaceTimed my kids and I was like, hey, would you guys like to come? And sure enough, they did. So Muhammad, our OG, our friend, went over, grabbed them with Sean and brought them back. And they had the most amazing time. Can I tell you that my 4-year-old daughter was communicating and playing with a Arabic speaking 7-year-old. Like they cannot understand each other, but they can understand that they are young girls together that want to play, and they were playing soccer together, and it was the most amazing experience. And I have photos of them holding hands, and my kids were able to look around and understand that it's not all about TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Stitch, whatever the fuck they got. It's not about, it's bigger than that, because here you are in an African home with African kids and they do not have no video games. So they lived in a humongous riad that was gorgeous. And it was very humbling. Like, there's not electricity in certain parts of the house are really dark, so you have to go up the stairs and there's no light. A lot of the riads have access to the to the sky, if I should say it like that. There is no roofs because they need as much air as possible. A lot of them have no ACs. Mine's had an AC, y'all. You know. Because if I'm somewhere and it's hot 24/7, you already know I'm fighting somebody. It's going to be some fighting because I cannot be hot. So mine's definitely was an upgraded riad, but his is not. So my kids were able to see that, but they were able to see that they can still like communicate with someone across the world. They still have so many things in common, even if it's not that they have TikTok or any of these things. Like, they're kids. They like to play. They like to explore. Like, they had so many things in common, and it was so good to kind of experience that, for my kids to see that. I felt like it was humbling. It was even humbling for me. I was like, damn, like, I complain about a lot of shit, and here are these people who are living like this, and they're happy. And let me tell you something. When my friend Muhammed showed me his house, he was proud of his house, yo. He was proud of it. Like, he was like, yo, you like? Like, yo, come sit over here. I'm about to hook you up with some food. So we broke bread with some Moroccans, and it was so interesting, guys, because, and I shared this with one of my friends, they don't use utensils. Yes, in the world of COVID, I sat there and I had a meal with my friends from Morocco, and we grabbed it with our hands. And let me tell you something, that was the best lemon chicken I've had in my entire life. She made lemon chicken with some French fries. It was the Moroccan spices. You're supposed to eat the juice. You're supposed to take the bread, dip it in the juice of the chicken, and eat it. And let me tell you something. I was having that. That meal was like bomb to me. I was like, oh, I don't even need to eat the chicken. I could just eat this. And it was the most humbling experience to be out there, to be with the family, for me to meet the wife, for her to like embrace me, for her to be happy that I spent money with her family store, and that's how they're able to make their living. And one thing that I kind of did see that I was like, yo, I need to kind of be better, I need to do better, was when we had finished having this amazing meal, they had like pita bread. And the pita bread, we were like eating it in the beginning as like an appetizer, and like, you know, people bite into the pita bread and so on. And they didn't throw that pita bread away. They kept that pita bread. So they're not wasteful of food. They're they're very conscious about it. So he saved that pita bread because that's how they're going to eat later. Like, no food was thrown out. Even if like you left pieces of chicken, they were taking that pieces of chicken for food for later. So guys, it was like a humbling experience, let me tell you. I left out of there so light, like my soul was so light, because I just felt like, wow, like I've met some people across the world and I could so relate with them, and we don't even speak the same language. Like, it was just super dope. And I know I sound corny, but I'm keeping it real. And, you know, my husband and I even got closer out there because we were able to spend one-on-one time to each other. He opened up, you know, to me about the beauty of Morocco and just about how happy he was out there. And I could see it on him and I could see it in me. So, and that's for another episode, guys. I'm not giving y'all all it today. But yeah, my husband and I definitely got closer on this trip, because sometimes it's important for you guys to kind of reset, right? And like I was saying, like, vacation is not about like where you go. It's about the connection with the place that you're going. And so for me, I think from now until forever, I will maybe make a yearly trip to Morocco, because it's a place that I have amazing friends. Muhammed became like my adoptive son, and he was so sad when we were leaving. He was literally crying, that I was like, yo, I'm gonna come back here yearly. We're gonna We're going to explore different places in Morocco. We're going to vlog about it. We're going to show you guys the beauty so that you don't think that Africa is just places where you see wild animals. Like, they got running water. They have whole sanitation systems. They have beauty where you can go to the desert and spend 2 fucking nights in the desert in a freaking tent that's like upgraded. They have luxury tents. So Morocco is such a beautiful place, and I don't think that a lot of people do Africa justice. So yes, for me, it's not about quantity and where you travel, it's about quality. And it's like, I want to go back to a place where I know that my money is being is needed in a good way. I don't want to spend my money with people and feel like I've been robbed, like how I felt robbed in Paris. That's another story. So that's like my journey. So you guys saw a lot of that beauty. Y'all saw how when we went to the desert and we were in the pool, like we were literally in the desert, guys. That is Agafe Desert. You can Google it, you can YouTube it. It is a sandy desert because Morocco has different types of deserts. There's a sandy desert. That's like how you see in the movies where there's like sand for days. That's the Sahara. But we were in a sandy desert. So yes, we were able to capture that beauty, put some Frenchie Montana on, because you already know when you in Morocco, you got to throw on Frenchie Montana. So I was definitely letting you guys know to fuck with me and get a bag. Oh, Lord. Let me drink some water, y'all, because I'm rambling. I am rambling. So yeah, man, I was able to capture the beauty. And while I was out there, so many people reached out to me saying, wow, you guys have been to some amazing places. Like, you guys really know what you guys are doing out there. I would love if you coordinate a group trip. And let me tell you guys, I think I am going to be coordinating a group trip to Morocco. I would love to share the experience, and we have met so many people and built relationships, because it's not just about meeting people, it's about building relationships. Because now when we're able to go out there, we don't go to the tourist places. We don't go to the, we definitely go to the places where, nobody knows, the private places. Just like how I said, like, Agafe was a private place. As you saw, there was nobody there. So we are building those relationships so we can have that information and share it with anybody who would like to come on a group trip, and it be hosted by the Fez dealer and Zaida Lisa. So something that me and my husband are definitely going to be working on together as a project. So if anybody is interested in that, please let me know. We probably will be scheduling that for next June. That's our plan. And I definitely want to spend 2 days in the Sahara. It is an amazing experience. You go out there, you stay in these luxury tents. They're equipped with bathrooms. They're equipped with sinks. So you're not shitting in the middle of the desert, guys. For everybody who's like, yo, I'm not doing that because I ain't shitting in the middle of the desert. These are luxury tents. Put some respect on my name. Thank you. Because I would not be shitting in the middle of the desert either. Okay? So yeah, we definitely can have access to so many things. Souks, shopping, Essaouira, camels, horses. Oh my God, guys. We did so many things that we haven't even posted yet. So definitely stay tuned to that. I also was getting very comfortable with my body out there. I'll be 100% honest. I was loving everything about my curves out there. I'm over here gonna choke. I was loving everything about my body out there. I was embracing my body out there. So if you guys want to check out that content, I know there's some pervs going over there now, but for the people who are just really interested in my development and knowing how, like, I came from where my beginnings were to where I am now, I am trying to be more confident with exploring different things, showing different things, because it's important to show that at the end of the day, like, we all real women. We got some dimples in our asses. We got some chichos here and there, and that shit is beautiful. And I want to start showing that. because I think it's important. I think it's important for more of that to be out there and not for everything to be so so filtered or what's the word I'm looking for, Shawnee? Fake. You know, I definitely want to just promote the natural woman because it's all about the natural woman. And not saying that there's anything wrong if you got some tits and ass, because hey, if you could do it by all means. But I'm definitely on the journey of being more expressive and expressing myself and being more confident in me. So you'll be seeing a lot of that lately or maybe in future as well. Because I learned a lot about myself on this trip. And like I said, I learned it was a time for reset. It was a time for reflection. Because I think I'm definitely someone who suffers from ADD and probably went undiagnosed for mad years. Because, you know, in Spanish households, you don't say that type of shit. And a lot of times it's hard for me to like calm down because my personality is always on 50,000. So sometimes it's good for you to kind of step back and smell the flowers. So I was happy that I was able to do that on this trip with the people I love most. And that's really what I got for you guys today. I don't know if anybody has any questions about Morocco. If you can throw them up in the inbox now. If somebody wants to join really quickly, let me know. You can join. You can send me a request. I'm happy to go live with you. But I could talk about Morocco forever. I don't want to bombard you with all of that shit. Everyone's like, all right, next. But nah, it was a really dope trip, guys, seriously. And I would love to share that with y'all. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a DM if you want to ask me questions about it. We haven't really panned out all the specifics. It is just something that we have decided on doing just recently. So I don't have any like, yo, how much, blah, blah, blah. But if it's something that you think that you would be interested in, let me know. And then I can add you over to my email list if we're creating an email list for that. And then I can shoot you information as when, you know, as when we get it, as when we kind of pan it out. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to come on here really quick, tell you guys that I'm back and that Mama's Cocktail Hour is still going to be bringing out content. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Check out our website. We're going to be having, we're going to be placing more merch on there. We're definitely going to be shooting out some more interviews. We're going to be doing some real live podcasts, so check out for that. I think I got to sneeze.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Oh, and another thing I learned in Morocco, guys, before I end, everything, are you guys ready for this? Everything is inshallah. Say it with me. Inshallah. And that means God willing. These people say God willing for everything. It is the most cutest thing you'll ever experience. You'll be like, okay, I'm going to go home now. We'll be back later, okay? Inshallah. I'm like, yes, inshallah. I'm like, I love them. They're so sweet. Everything is God willing. I'm like, oh my God. So my husband and I now, we have like these inside jokes where we're like, babe, inshallah. Inshallah. So yes, we are spiritual. We are on our vacation honeymoon right now. So don't be jelly, guys. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Nobody is brave enough to jump on today. Y'all all feel a little scared, but that's okay. I still love y'all. Y'all still my peoples. And I will be seeing you guys on Saturday for our Saturday show with Mama's Cocktail Hour. So be sure to check that out. I don't know what's going to happen. Y'all just going to have to watch to see what's going to happen because it's so unpredictable with us. You never know what's going to happen. All right, guys. Hold on. Did someone just put in a request? Sama, you put in a request late. All right, let's see what Sama got to say. I'm going to let him on. Sean's over here shaking his head. That's so stupid. Yo, what's up, Sama?
Yo, I can't show my face. I'm on the floor.
What?
I cannot show my face. I am on the floor.
Oh, my God. Why you always got to have some trap house situation, bro?
Yeah, yo, you know how it is, man. Working for the man, yo. But I'm trying to get out of here, inshallah. You heard?
All right, you got 2 seconds. What is your thought? What do you have to say?
Nah, I'm excited, yo. You already know. Put me down. You know what I'm saying? Have a good night. All right. Yeah, put me down. You know.
All
I'm
right, so
excited. I was talking to Sean about it earlier though, but uh, there's a lot of things I got to take care of, but definitely, I should hopefully, um, within time have all the money for whatever.
all right. Well, listen, I think that's dope. We don't want to continue looking at your ass. I appreciate that.
I actually am not looking at my ass. I'm looking at my leg.
Well,
All right.
nobody wants to see that, inshallah.
Well. Oh wait, what this look? Okay. Yeah. What?
I want to look at your leg. So, yeah, Sama is the goat. He the goat that we staring at his leg right now. So,
Yeah, yo, man, yo. Speaking about goats, yo, they be in trees. What's up with that?
yo, yes, goat
Fun.
trees.
Yo, when I first seen that, I thought it was fake, and
What?
then
What?
I saw them moving, and then I was like, oh shit, it's fucking mad goats in a tree right now.
Yeah. So the story behind that really quickly is that the goats are in the trees because those trees are the argan trees. So they produce, that's how they make the argan oil. So the goats go on the trees to bite the argan seeds,
Hmm.
and that's what they do. So they climb the trees and they do that, and a lot of them break their legs during the process.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, because they fall off the trees, but they don't care because they want to. The argan oil is so good that they want to eat it.
Oh my god, yo, that's crazy. They be breaking their legs.
Yeah,
Golly,
I know, but hey,
damn.
what would you do for a burger? You see a
Yo.
burger on a tree, I'm sure you climbing that shit. Cause I would.
Oh man, that's you, yo. I'm gonna look at that shit. I'm gonna be like, yo, inshallah, I'll get that next week. You know what I'm saying?
Inshallah, bro.
Yo, nah, man. Yeah. Nah, that is beautiful though. Like, inshallah, that is very beautiful.
All right, Sama, I'm gonna hit you back on the Drummies hotline. Everybody, thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. And until the next video, I shall see you guys later. Inshallah.
Inshallah, Islam more.
Islam more.